Well, let me tell you something, brother. Welcome to the Real Weird Sickos podcast. My name is Charles Kahn. I am the Masked Bastard. With me is Jenna, my lovely co-host, Dojangles. How you doing, Jenna?
What's up? How's it
Listen,
going?
right here, live, Weirdsville, Sicko Town, USA. We got two guys. They were riding on a motorcycle straight into town. One of those ones with a little dumpy sidecar, like Batman and Robin would have.
Who are they?
Who are they?
You got the Tard mobile going?
That's exactly what it is.
Nice.
I'm not driving. Fuck that. I'm on my phone.
No, he's
in
in
the
the little
sidecar.
dumpy sidecar. It's our
It's
pals.
not dumpy. It's cozy. It's cozy.
It's our
cozy.
pal,
It's on
some
Cozy
ordinary
TV.
gamer, Mr.
Exactly.
Mudahar, and Turkey Tom.
Hey.
Hi,
How's it going?
guys.
Hey, man.
Yeah, so
What you boys been up to? How's it going?
Bro, I'm playing Persona right now, dude.
3, 4, 5?
Five
Where
right
we
now.
at?
I'm rocking my way through it.
I tell you what I don't like about the Persona games. There's a
Anime.
secret stat when you talk to people. There's like a little music note that would pop up.
Yeah.
And it doesn't tell you anywhere in the game that is what affects your relationships with people. I hate that. I hate not surfacing stuff.
It's a super bad day for people with Asperger's.
Yes.
Hell yeah. I
I'm
have
can't
so
social
even,
mad
you
about
can't even
that.
get the cues
I
on
didn't
a
know
fucking
that. I
video
played
game.
through all of Persona 3, all of Persona 4. Never knew that the music notes was a secret stat to make the relationships go up. That's bullshit. Never once in the game did it say any of that.
The
I mean,
autism social
it kind
cue.
of does. It does give you a tutorial.
It did?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, you,
I don't
Which,
remember.
you
Maybe that was
smashed
in,
the
like,
X button
the-
through it, though.
That's got to
Which
be in
Persona
like
are you
those,
playing, Buddha?
I'm playing 5 Royale on PC.
That's got to be
Okay.
through that Persona
Nice.
Portable or the Golden Remake. I guarantee that was not in the PS2 version.
Probably not. They expected you to read back in those days.
Yeah, that's that. I love the PS2 version. Those were so good, so good. They don't make video games good anymore. Video games now are
Bro, what are you
endless
playing? What are you talking about?
microtransactions.
Warzone 2 just dropped? Fortnite? Bro, Apex?
Yeah,
Dude.
Warzone 2, where I can't
GTA.
I can't use my Rambo skin that I paid money for.
Bro, GTA Definitive Edition came out? Like, come on.
Oh,
You actually
yes.
paid for a Rambo skin?
Oh, Jenna, please. You really
Oh.
don't think that I would pay for a Rambo skin in a video
How much
game?
did you pay for it? How much did you pay for
I
it?
think it was like $10.
Too much.
I paid $20
think
for
it
a
was
messy
too.
skin in MW2 just to piss off my friend.
Hey.
Because why not?
Tom, do you buy skins in video games?
I don't really play video games, to be honest with you. I fucking hate video games, dude. I can't stand them.
I know, dude, same.
You play Minecraft,
I like-
though.
Yeah, well, I play that because it's like an easy game to play. Even though it's easy, I'm bad at it, but I play it on stream because it's just like, I don't really have to think about it.
It's very chill.
On the subject of Persona, I have played Persona 3 on PSP. Pretty good game.
Very good.
It's just,
They're just too long.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
is
think
long, yeah.
that's-
I haven't completed it. I've just played through maybe 20 hours of it, but
yeah, that's probably
um,
the one big criticism is that they go on forever. They're like once you get in
Yeah.
that back third, it's like, oh my god, really? We got to keep going? Like, what are we doing?
yeah, and I always found the story was kind of interesting, but I mostly just like the dungeon crawler aspect of it. So the whole game just felt like going through
Yeah.
the story parts in the school or whatever, just to get to the, you get back to the tower or whatever, and you play through that, and then
Yeah,
the rest of the game just wasn't that
It's
enticing.
it's the thing where like when you play those games, like if you play them like me, because I'm really like autistic when it comes to like a role playing game, like I'll optimize everything. And the dungeon shit, like you're supposed to do it over the course of a few in-game days, and I'm just like done it
One
within
day.
like yeah, I just do it in one day, and then like I
Yep.
spend 30 hours reading like a visual novel.
Mhm.
That's how it's supposed. That's how I did Persona 5. It's like we got one night to pull this heist off, boys. Let's get it right.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah, but they're neat games. I especially like the kind of lower poly art style in the PSP, because the PSP was almost like PS2 capability, but it was just shy of being there, and it looks a little janky, and I kind of like that about it.
You know what I did
so I
the
like
most on my
it's kinda
PSP
low
is watch
res.
like Nostalgia Critic, bro. I had like the YouTube app back in the
Really?
day, and I
Oh,
would
that's
just like
great.
yeah, I had like the YouTube like homebrew app, and I was watching like
Mm-hmm.
Nostalgia Critic and shit back in the day on the old
I
PSP
remember
under the
playing,
covers.
I want a MySpace on the PSP, okay?
They had a couple of like remakes of older games on the PSP. There was a Castlevania Rondo of Blood remake. There was, I don't think it was a remake. It was a Ghouls and Ghosts game, but those are all kind of similar.
Mhm.
There was that Mega Man Powered Up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, that's
was
the
a good
cutest Mega Man game.
Mm-hmm.
They had GTA on the PSP, which was like, fuck, that's amazing.
Yeah, in its day, that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was
It's
good
still not
stuff.
terrible. I still have a PSP and I played is it Vice City Story? No, Liberty City
Vice City
Stories is the one I
Stories and
like.
I think
Liberty City
there's-
Stories.
Yeah, the
You were
story.
playing
Yeah.
Vice City on your
I always
Steam
hated the
Deck
nub.
the other day.
I thought the
Actually,
nub
for like
always
the whole
felt weird.
weekend, all of last weekend, you were playing Vice City.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Just shows how much of a fucking girl you are, because like, oh, San Andreas. What the fuck?
Oh,
Wait, no, you were playing Vice City too. I saw.
Uh-oh, busted.
Yeah, I was playing
You did
Vice
play
City
San
in your
Andreas.
fucking
You did play
dreams.
San Andreas.
Yeah,
No,
that's the
no, I
only
saw
one
that.
I played.
Busted.
No, it's not.
Fake
Yeah, it's
gamer
the
girl
only one.
confirmed.
No, I saw it. No,
Yeah.
it's so bullshit.
Yeah, is every
So
shooter to you
unbelievable.
Call of Duty?
Yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
every-
You,
is
yeah,
every
you know.
online
Yeah,
game
you
now
know.
Fortnite?
I've only played Fortnite like once.
You calling Roblox?
No. Muda's always trying to get me to play Fortnite.
Dude, it looks good
Fortnite
now.
is a lot
He's
of fun.
always trying to get me to
Yeah,
play
it looks
Fortnite. I'm
good
like,
now,
fuck no.
bro.
I'll tell you what I
Hell
like
no.
about Fortnite. Fortnite has a mobility that these other games don't have. You've got all these different ways to jump and fly around and build. It's very interesting compared to a Call of Duty where everything's pretty flat.
They
Oh, I
got
don't
rid
play
of
the builder
building.
mode. Fuck that. I can't do the building shit.
I thought they
I
got
sh-
rid of that.
Well, they have a mode 0 build. Like every time I do the building shit, like some kid I shoot at once builds a fucking Taj Mahal. Like, okay.
Yeah,
Didn't know
because
we were
it's
playing
fucking
Sim fucking City. I thought we were playing a battle royale, but sure.
Even then, there's like a hammer thing now. Like you can hit this big hammer and it'll spin you around and fly you around behind the guy.
I'm just.
You just
I,
drop
I'll-
down and blast
I
them.
will play. I will play Fortnite when they add Peter Griffin in.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm getting the Family Guy skins day fucking one.
So you want to team up Family Guy, Rick and Morty, all
No
those
Rick and
guys?
Morty.
That's
no,
You might as
Rick
well.
and Morty. Rick
Is
and
Rick
Morty
and Morty
bad.
done?
Rick
Rick
and Morty,
and Morty
is evil
bad
now.
now. No, it's a
So
bad
wait,
day.
what did Justin Roiland do? Like, what fucking piss on people and like beat him or
what
something?
didn't he do? What did
Did
That's
he
he
do?
piss
true.
on people? What?
At this point, I've seen so many like these
Did he make
DMs
a
that I
girl
might
drink
as well
piss?
just believe it.
did
I
he-
think what I saw is that it started with people found out that he was being charged with domestic assault against some girlfriend he had, and then that followed up the floodgates of every girl he's messaged something weird to over the past who knows how many years, leaking all the DMs of him saying weird shit. A lot of it was just kind of like, I don't think he sexted anyone who was too young, but he would be like in their DMs, he'd be like, "Oh, I wish you were older. You're so cool. Haha. It'd be so cool if you were like 20." Some of them were really just like, he would just make really awkward jokes. Like one of them was like, he was like, "Oh, I'd like to see you suck dick," and you suck a bunch of
Ooh.
dicks, and then we find out that it's like it was some message about it being like anti-racism. He's like, and then at the end we
Yeah.
find out that you love all dicks, and then it's actually a message about how it's like like pro or like anti-racism, and then at the end
Yeah,
everyone
it's about
claps and
racism.
because you suck at like every racist dick and you love them all equally. It's like you suck a smaller white dick and a larger black dick, and then it was like stuff like that.
That's like it's just real cringe shit.
Yeah,
It was cringe,
Yeah.
but it was also just like his sense of humor. So it wasn't
Yeah.
like it.
You have to
It
read
reads
it,
as
like,
something he would say.
It does. It's like you can read
It's
it,
very
you
funny
hear-
that he wrote
you
his
hear
own
it in the
text
Rick
messages in
voice.
his voice.
No, but it's
Yeah.
like it's like the fucking it's not only like domestic, it's felony domestic. Like
Isn't it always
What's
felony, I
what's
assume?
the difference between
don't know.
felony
Is it always
domestic and
felony?
regular domestic? Is that like
I think it's
Is it like-
always.
because I know there's like
the
larceny
felony.
and grand
okay,
larceny.
now I saw a picture. It was on a Discord server.
You beat the girl.
Apparently, I don't know if it's
He beat
that
her like
girl,
David Allen
but
Greer
he
in,
was dating a
Tales from the
girl.
Hood.
No. But he was dating a girl that did a lot of work for Black.com.
What?
Yeah. So there's
So
like this whole
Cuckolding
like life.
begins.
Yeah, there's like this life imitates art meme going around because you know that old
Oh, this-
episode of Rick and Morty where
Yes.
there's like that older couple has like, you know, like the black dude that like lives with them.
it was Jerry's parents.
Yes,
Jerry's
Jerry's
parents.
parents had like
The
yeah,
dad
so
wanted to dress like Superman and whack off in the closet while his wife was being banged by that
getting
dude.
railed exactly.
Wow,
So
he's just like
apparently-
Mr. Girl. What the hell?
exactly. So I don't understand like the
Bro, what
cuck
happened to
thing is so
Mr. Girl,
huge.
dude? Did he like just disappear?
He got
I
banned
think
off
he got
YouTube.
banned off everything.
Good. Sorry, but good. Fuck
I
him.
believe, yeah, he got banned. I don't remember what he was saying specifically, but somehow he angered the America First crew. And Destiny's theory, at least, is that they mass flagged him and he got banned, and then they haven't reinstated him. So yeah, he's gone. for now.
For now, that's the thing. Is a lot of guys who are very funny. Like that's a for now.
Is
Like
he
I mean,
very
he, I mean,
funny?
he's still around. He has his own website. He's currently preparing a research document about how this is going to take a little bit of explanation. You guys aware of Destiny's orbiters? Do you know what this is?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm one of them.
I have explain it to me like I'm Charles because I don't know.
Okay, so like you're Charles. So Destiny just has a bunch of people that come on his stream, and stream regulars are called orbiters.
Mhm.
And the allegation that Mr. Girl is making is that Destiny has a abusive workplace relationship with his orbiters because they are the equivalent of employees, and he sleeps with some of the women who come on his stream. Therefore, he is abusing
Bro, that's
like a
sexist as
workplace
fuck.
consent
I wish
relationship.
Destiny slept with the boys. Christ.
Exactly, dude.
Okay,
But
but,
yeah, so he's preparing a research document saying that Destiny is like a half rapist or something.
A half
Um,
rapist.
How are you
What
like
the
a
fuck
half
is a
rapist?
half
Just-
rapist?
It's just playing
Well,
just the
well,
tip.
the reason why it's half rape is because it's coercion more, and it's just like he's not alleging that he sexually assaulted them. He's alleging that he like would have them on his stream, and then he would fuck them, and then
Is he
when they
doing
stop putting out,
the
and then
power
what-
dynamic.
yeah, there
yeah, he
was,
basically said that when they stop putting out, he stopped having them on stream. Is I think Mr. Girl.
When
was
they
the
alleging.
guy.
stopped putting
Who was the guy
out.
last week that got canceled over this stuff? The gas no brakes guy.
Andrew
Andrew
Callahan.
Callahan. That was
Yeah.
different, but yeah.
That was
He
different
admitted
because
it. He admitted to doing what he was being accused.
The allegation of him was just that he was like too touchy with girls. I believe like he was too aggressive.
Like there was one gal who was talking about it, and it was like she agreed to it, but she didn't really want to, and it's like I don't know what to make of stuff anymore.
I mean,
I feel like
you don't
just
have to make
leave-
anything of it because we just don't know because we weren't there. So
Yeah,
that's kinda my
exactly. Just
stance on
let
it.
the courts handle it. Like if he's in trouble, like I can't. I got too much going on, man.
So Mr. Girl's trying to go with this whole like power dynamic bullshit again. We're on the power dynamic thing again, huh?
Yeah, take
Because-
autonomy away.
because
from them.
women-
it's
women
power dynamic,
have-
but it's not
it's
not
not.
the usual one because
We're
like
seeing-
with people like Colby Carson, the argument is just like, oh, well, he's just famous. With this one, it's specifically that he has people on his stream who he has sexual relationships with, and that's messed up. Is the allegation? I think.
I saw the
Mhm.
craziest thing today was a gal saying that she was an underage 21-year-old.
What?
Nice.
Yeah, it was. This goofy clip of a gal working out in the gym. It's gone around a couple of times where this dude kind of looks over at her and she was like acting like she was
he
uncomfortable.
glances at her like she's talking into a mic. She's filming herself at the gym. She has a microphone like tagged onto her sports bra. Okay, and the guy probably glances over her way 2 or 3 times. Just glances, not staring. She's filming. She's got a microphone. She's talking to herself, and then she's struggling to put like fucking 40-pound fucking weights on
Girl
or some
workouts.
shit. And then he went to just go help her, and she's sitting there talking shit about him, going, he's probably gonna get in trouble for staring at an underage 21-year-old.
No, you're pretty legal at that point.
You're very
Yeah, I
much
feel
like-
like,
very fucking
like
legal.
at 21, somebody told me that they changed the age of buying cigarettes. Like you can't, if you're Turkey
They did.
Tom's age, you
Dude,
can't
they
buy
did.
cigarettes.
Fuck, dude, my life sucks so bad because I
You're
can't buy
almost
Newports.
21, right?
Yeah, but I'm not 21, so I can't.
You have
Yeah,
to
I
get
thought
somebody
Tom.
else to
Well,
do
how
it
old
for
are you now, Tom? 19, 20?
I'm 20. Yeah.
Wait, you can't buy
He's just a
cigarettes
baby.
anymore?
No, you got to be 21.
Imagine
And they're also
smoking,
probably banning menthol, so my life is
Imagine
actually
Oh,
smoking
they
over.
banned them
for
already.
2
They already
years.
banned them out here. They already banned them in California. So
know,
Yeah.
next
And I
time
know
you
I've
come
heard
to
they're
VidCon,
banning
just
them in Canada soon, and I'm probably moving to Ontario for like 6 months this year, so my life's going to suck even more, but it is what it is.
Well,
You're
good
gonna
to
be
know.
in Canada?
Anyway.
Bro, it's okay, dude. Drive over the border with me and we'll go to Buffalo. When you're
Sounds good.
21.
Exactly, when I'm
Yeah.
21.
They're only
Yeah,
like
yeah. Well, if
cigarettes
he's
are
an
only like
underage
$7
Muda,
in
Did you
New
just
York.
say that you wanted to drive across state lines with
With
an underage
21-year-old?
21-year-old?
The
Bro,
underage
you may as
well be
20-year-old?
Andrew Tate.
I'm
Wow.
actually, yeah, I'm
Wow.
actually grooming a 20-year-old, dude. That's fucked up. That's fucked.
You're giving you a nicotine addiction, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's over.
I'm throwing you down the black tar pipeline, dude.
There was the
Sorry.
alt-right pipeline, now it's the black tar pipeline.
The black tar
I always
pipeline
thought
is
the one
all
that sounded
the
crazy to me was the school to prison pipeline. There was a lot of people on the news saying the school to prison pipeline. Like they physically just
what?
take you from
I've
high
never heard
school
that one
straight
before,
to
to be honest
school,
with you.
straight to prison. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
dumb.
All I know is the nicotine pipeline is basically like it's like I've noticed that like a lot of the commentary fangirls are
Oh.
they're all like chain smokers that are 40.
Yeah, I know.
They're all like, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I really like the Augie stream.
There's
That's
a lot
a-
of them.
that's a
They're
weird-
all like 40-year-old childless women, and this is like a demographic of, and they're all also like either not in employment or in like rather low skill employment at 40 years old. They're all, and there's like 100 of them, and they cycle in and out, and it's like a demographic.
Man, I'm
they all kind
trying
of
to
look the
figure out
same.
the commonality of this failure somewhere.
They're all kind of drippy. Like they all kind of look like they're melted a
Drippy?
bit. Yeah, they're melted. And this is just a common thing. You see a lot of these women. And they have Twitter followings, and some of them actually get like some amount of like followers. Like some of them, I'll be like, you have 800. Who are the 800 people following you right now?
A lot of thirsty simps out there, Tom. They're just looking
Yeah.
for a crumb. They just need a
Exactly.
crumb.
Oh, they
Well,
all and if there's like a drama
Sometimes
going
tipsters
on,
happy to give it to them, to be honest with you. So
they will, for real though. And see, that's the thing. I didn't even know like all of them existed until I had beef with Twitter with Tipster a couple of times, and they just all came out of like nowhere, and I'm just like, who the fuck are you?
oh shit, I
people?
forgot you had something with tipster. Holy shit,
yeah,
I can't believe that slipped my mind.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It was good. It was good times. Good times.
Oh, yeah.
How dare you say that? I'm like, how dare I state my opinion on somebody I don't like? Damn. Harsh.
Well, God.
What were you thinking, Jenna, saying your opinion on a sumbitch you didn't care about? He's one of those dudes that I don't think about him at all until he comes up and go, oh, yeah, that dude.
There was this one. I think her name is Jessica Pizzle.
Oh,
Actually, I know her
she's-
name's Jessica
she is-
Pizzle.
She's literally one of the dumbest bitches I've ever come across. Like
Tell us how
online,
you really feel,
period.
Jenna.
Yeah, for real.
I had
But go on.
a pretty funny interaction with her. So me and Nick and Lord Vega had a podcast for a bit,
Mhm.
and so
Goes on
we
there.
did like this. Yeah, you did go on there. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did this series for a bit where we would like review people's channels if they paid for our certain Patreon tier.
Mhm.
So we were reviewing her video and we really didn't like it, and I think we like shit talked it pretty heavily. And she paid $50 just to get trash, basically. And then she put out this like long message, and it was like, I don't want to hear Tom's opinion anyway. He's secretly gay and only likes crazy flat-chested women because they are
Femboys, bro?
similar
You
to the
into that?
femboys. That's what she
Ah.
said. She's like he
knows your
longs for the
type.
femboys that can like replace his own like feminine urge or something like that.
What
That was
the
pretty funny.
The
Fuck.
feminine urge.
It was a good copy pasta.
Nice.
So yeah, that was my interaction with
So
Jessica
she was
Pizzle.
coping. She was coping. I don't know. She
I guess so. Yeah,
Maybe
or she
she
was
was
truth
seething.
speaking. She was truthing.
No, she was like schizoing hard in my replies one time, just totally not understanding, just had no comprehension of what was going on, and
Yeah.
everything kept getting like easily like debunked, and then she'd turn around and deleted like all of her tweets.
Mhm.
Like one of the dumbest people I've ever come across online. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I mean, those people in my experience are just not even worth engaging with. I just ignore them.
They're not. Yeah. Mm-mm.
But what does she
Yeah.
do for a living? Is she like a lawyer or like a,
A lawyer, dude.
Yeah.
Nuclear
Yeah, I'm sure
physicist.
she works in the reactor room.
Yeah.
She's putting the fucking uranium rods inside the reactor.
Oh, so she's a nuclear physicist. That's pretty
She-
cool.
Yeah.
dude.
Exactly.
You're saying she handles rods.
She does.
Probably.
Jesus Christ.
They do. So I didn't even know that whole genre of women existed until Tipster. I was like, oh,
Well, Tipster
Okay.
keeps in touch with all of them. So
very, very
That's-
closely. They all have his
Yes.
phone number, you know.
Oh
because,
yeah,
You know,
probably unironically. I've heard he just sits in a Discord call with a lot of them all day.
yeah.
Is that just
That's
how he
what I've
spends his
heard.
afternoons?
Yeah, I don't know. He's a
He's
little
just
down
got
bad.
he's just got his orbiters, I guess you call them.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
So
I
you're going to
mean,
expose him.
I don't know. Like I had said something. I made a tweet about all of his e-horse to just have like a big old like I don't know, like put him in a coliseum and have him fight.
Well,
And then
Pretty
somebody sent it to him, and then he like started crying about it.
yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds about right.
That's what happened. He cried about it, and then wanted to, and every time has like tried to be friendly after that, and I just don't take it because I'm like, nah, I have no interest. I have no interest in any of that. You know, no, thank you.
Yeah. You'll probably interact with him again. He's not like the meanest guy ever. He just
I don't think he is. I just don't. There's just
Yeah,
always been
fair
like
enough.
a nah, no thanks, no thanks. I'd rather not.
yeah.
But,
we were
Try to
trying to get him
stay
to come
away
out to
from,
VidCon fucking, what was the first year I went out? At the same time, we were trying to get a Jay to come out, but neither of them would come.
Oh, yeah, because Jay totally had a flight and he just kept missing his flight.
He
guys,
told us he
remember?
was he bought one like a night before when we were there, like after the first night, and he's like, I think I might make it out there. I'm like, just fucking fly here, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, stop making a fucking song and dance about it, dude. Fucking,
Yeah, I don't know. He has he's got some stuff going on up in his brain, some kind of insecurity, anxiety. I kind of feel bad for him.
I always just feel like I come across somebody like I don't think they like to be Indian. I think they resent being born in the Indian body.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
He's constantly joking about the fact that he's Indian.
I'm
Joking
proud of the
about
fact
it.
that I'm Indian.
Same dude, honestly.
Well, he thinks that white girls are
Native
the
American.
loosest, and he thinks that white girls are only interested in men that have money.
Yeah, but that's true though. Like
White
that's
girls-
what I
white girls
learned
from
off Fresh and
California.
Fit.
White girls from California are interested in guys that are just all about the grind, and they're all about getting that bag.
That's true though. Like,
what
what
he
are you saying?
knows,
Fresh
is-
and Fit are liars? That's what they said.
It's
Not really. They didn't.
like I didn't know like he had said that whole white girls are the loosest. I didn't know he said that to like
God.
Well, that's just
weeks.
true. That's just true. He brings up a good point there. They are the
I didn't
loosest.
know that until
Is that a
weeks
bad
later.
thing though?
They've been called
That's not a bad-
loosey
I don't
goosey.
feel like that's a bad
believe.
thing. I don't feel like that's a bad thing.
No.
He went back to his
There's worse things people say about white women. The
Oh,
love
yeah.
of dogs.
That would be
All white
that's-
women love dogs.
Ask Rusty. Ask Rusty Cage. He can help.
Yeah,
out
just
with
look up Rusty Cage, white women, and dogs.
that. Every single time there's always a white girl that comes out on Twitter that's like into fucking dogs. Like everybody's like constantly like
Yep.
Sipping on that.
constantly
Yeah.
tagging
Instantly,
Rusty.
It's everybody starts writing one word at a time. White girls fuck dogs. So funny to me.
I mean,
Ugh.
he went back to Jay went back to making he went back to Staffo thumbnails.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
He did.
He had a little departure for a bit to try to be Sunny V2, but then I think he went back.
Well, I mean, people probably didn't notice the whole Sunny V2 thing until you pointed it out.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I didn't know
but-
that's what he was doing. I was like, oh, is he? Oh, okay. Like directly knocking up. But he admitted it though. Didn't he tweet about it?
He did, yeah. He was just kind of like, I kind of got caught up in the thumbnail game, so I stole someone's format. It was kind of scummy, I guess. So I'll stop. I'm just trying to get more views, and that's fair enough. I don't really care much that I don't care that much about the thumbnail stealing itself because I've probably stolen someone's thumbnail style before, but I thought it was kind of sad. It was like watching his channel go into the abyss, and now he's like, okay, well now the next step, now that I'm almost at the bottom, is to make it even worse by just removing any sense of identity.
There's no personality or whatever to it. It's like
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
Fucking when I'm watching a YouTuber, I care about like, oh, who this guy actually. Like, it's not parasocial, but I'm like, oh, this guy. Like, I'm there for their opinion. I'm there for the person as well.
Yeah.
Because I think that's
Or
what
if the opinion
separates
isn't
people.
there, at least like
Yeah.
the video research and editing should be really good to make up for it, right? But he didn't have really any of that, so
I felt like his Twitch stream. I feel like his Love Guru thing probably.
Oh, you went on that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And I feel like he could have actually had something okay with that had he not been feeling
I
around.
fucking hated that shit because it was
The thing-
always like
yeah,
just
it
getting
was
the most
okay.
like incel-y looking Indian guys to just
No,
fucking,
it's not even that.
fucking
I mean,
hated
he
that
did
shit.
that. He did that, but I think it was he was asking questions that were too much and they were for what he personally wanted to know. That's the experience that I had. He was asking me things like list all the ethnicities that you fucked, and he just wanted to know stuff for him. And I did tell him
that wasn't really funny. It's just like, yeah, why even ask that to anyone?
I just sat there and I said, well, I'm not gonna do that.
He was just
'cause
like cuck torturing himself. He's like,
He
so
was.
can you list all the ethnicities that aren't mine that you've like slept with so I can imagine it like in my
I
head?
God, why would he do that? What was he thinking?
He just I think, and then I had a couple of people trying to help me. Like Oki was trying to help me, and Kino, they were both trying to help me. And like Kino, like Oki just wanted to sit in the VC because he was like, I'm gonna fucking help you. This is crazy. And he was like, oh well, I asked him, and then he was like, oh, tell Oki that he can submit his application in the Discord. And I was like, that's not what he's asking. That's not what he's asking. I
think with the
needed
J,
some
there's just
backup.
some weird level of insecurity that shines through when he talks about sex or relationships. So he probably just shouldn't talk about it publicly.
He probably shouldn't talk about it, and he probably shouldn't try to I'll just put it this way. Don't talk to somebody and act like you're talking to them about YouTube content and then going behind their back and saying how bad you want to get laid at VidCon and asking other people's friends what that other person is doing. So maybe don't
did
do
that happen?
that. Yeah.
I guess you probably don't want to say who, with a female YouTuber or something.
Well, like trying to act like he watches their content and then going and telling everybody he wants to get laid at VidCon.
I think at VidCon AJ really wanted to get with me, but I'm not for sure. Like that's the implication.
He was going around asking all of Charles's friends, like,
hey, I watched all
Charles
of Charles'
doing?
streams. Like, does he really like RoboCop that much?
Well, I think it was just, if he wants to go around and he asked me to do the Love Guru and I did, and then finding out probably like he did an episode like the couple of weeks before and finding out that he was talking about how white girls are super duper loose. So, and I didn't know.
Such a ridiculous thing to say. Why would
I didn't even know that until later on. It was Dumpy. Dumpy tweeted at me. I didn't know who Dumpy was at the time. Dumpy tweeted at me and said, "How loose is it?"
Jesus Christ, bro.
And I didn't know what he was referring to. I had no idea who he was. I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Classic Dumpy.
And I just replied back to him. I just said, "I don't know. Ask your dad." I had no fucking idea what was going on. I was
that
just
is
like,
classic
whatever.
Dumpy, though. Like
that's all I said.
You could have said who tweeted it without telling me it was Dumpy, and I would have known.
Michael called to just yell out "Vintage Dumpy."
So I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't know probably until like a couple weeks later. I had somebody that they DM'd me and they told me, and they sent me that clip because they actually had been watching all the stuff with Dumpy because around that time that he was making that video on a J. So I got that clip and I was just like, what the fuck, man? Like, it's kind of fucked up. So I did reach out to Jay and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, why would you ask me to come on your show and then you were talking about how white girls are so loose and easy beforehand? Like, you didn't tell me you said that. That was kind of fucked up. And then he was like, well, I can delete the VOD. I was like, everybody already has the VOD. Okay. How about everybody already has a VOD and it doesn't matter? That's not how the internet works. And then I don't know. Then the next time anybody checked, probably like a week later, his whole entire Twitch channel was deleted. So I don't know. It was just an interesting.
How many episodes did he do of that? 3, 4, around there? It wasn't many.
He did one with me, and then I guess he had that girl that he paid on ePal or whatever.
Oh God.
Right,
Wow.
That he swore he didn't see. And I was nice enough to do it. And I was, and he kept telling me like how many, you're going to get so many subs and everything out of it. And I was like, no, that's not the way this kind of thing works. But
honestly,
we were cool,
despite all the shit talking, I wish Ajay the best. I hope he figures his shit out.
I do too.
I talked
do
to
too,
him
but
and called
he
him AJ like 1,000 times. Never once
he
told me
just-
that wasn't how.
Ajay.
Never
needs-
once
yeah, I
said
know.
corrected me how to say his name.
He just has to calm down, and he needs to not put pussy on a pedestal, and he'll be okay.
Yeah.
We just
A lot of
cannot. I
guys
just
doing
cannot
that.
stand the shaming of my people this hard. Like fucking, we're not. It's
Oh, the
so
complete
fucking,
self-deprecation on the beginning of every single video.
fucking hate.
Hello,
that
President of India
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Hello,
fucking- I know.
Gandhi here. Every fucking
Yeah.
Hey guys, sucks to be Indian here. No girls like me here.
Hey guys, 7-Eleven got tier. Like, fuck, stop
Well,
that shit. Jesus.
because I think he tweeted that one time and he was like, oh, I think it'd be easier if I was like, yeah, because that's the only reason why people don't like you. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there.
Mm.
Why don't people like me?
Well, I mean, I think it was like when he was really trying to make friends, on YouTube. But like everybody, you need to have like friends and other content creators you talk to. Absolutely. But he just wanted to be too serious. Like there was like a group chat that, people invited him to, and he just wanted to talk about boring algorithm shit all the time. And not everybody wants to talk about that all the time. It's like,
Yeah,
who
sometimes
actually
they just want
wants
to post memes of RoboCop
yeah.
and have
yeah.
a laugh.
You just don't take yourself too seriously. And that's the thing. Like, I think if he just kind of can grow out of that, not taking himself too seriously and not thinking that using a YouTube platform is going to get you chicks,
Mhm.
it definitely can. There are women that are willing to like,
It
Yeah,
probably will happen, just not if you're so blatantly
There's
like,
a lot
desperate
of
for it.
there's a lot of dudes who are really getting like a lot of chicks. Lot of chicks.
There are, but the one thing women hate universally is desperation, and if they can smell it on you, even if you don't say it. But he's someone who says it outright. He's like, follow my Instagram so I can get pussy. But if he just didn't say that, I mean, he'd probably be fine. He looks, especially recently, I've been seeing he's going to the gym, he's getting in shape. So if he just stops talking about the fact that he wants a girl so desperately, then he'll probably get one.
Yeah, you just have to, like, if you have zero if you show the zero confidence, like, that automatically,
Zero Riz.
we don't like.
He's got to have the Riz.
You know, you gotta be a sneako, like, alpha, right?
Sneako.
Oh.
What's a sneako?
Bro, I've been following the Sneeko fella, and he's been saying that this Turkey Tom guy's a little
What's he
retard.
saying about Turkey
Soy
Tom?
boy.
He
Yeah,
won't.
soy boy.
But he won't
What?
talk. But he won't talk to Turkey Tom.
But Turkey,
He's
you're
figuring it
not.
out.
a
I think
soy
it's,
boy
He
cuck.
won't debate him.
I'm not
What's
into
going on with that?
cuckoldry. That's not
I thought
your
it was
thing.
I thought it was a cowardice thing. I honestly don't think it is now. I think he would rather not talk to me because he's more famous than me, so he doesn't have much to gain, right? When he talks to someone like
Famous or
Destiny,
infamous?
I mean either. You know, he's definitely.
Yeah,
you know, when he goes on, when I go on stream, I get like 1,000 live. When he goes on stream, he gets 10,000. There's no question he's more. I mean, when he was on YouTube, he had 2 channels with 1 million subs. There's no question he's more popular, more influential. And I think for that reason, he doesn't see the benefit in talking to me because I'm not someone he can easily dunk on. You actually have to try to have a conversation with me, which
I always
he
hate it
doesn't
when
want to do
people
because
look at creators like that shit too. Like I always like my thing with YouTube is like we all fall off at some point, right? Like fucking the
Sure.
popularity guards change all the time. Like at some point, you know, obviously I'm gonna fucking drop off, and there's gonna be somebody that replaces. And it's like if you have that douchey attitude, I don't know. It just comes across so shitty to me. Like at some point there will
it
be
does, but it's
people-
just
yeah.
it's just what he's doing, you know. It is what it is. But yeah,
pro
to quickly
wrestling-
explain what happened with Sneeko, I can go through it real quick.
Okay.
He
what happened?
I made a video about him. He reacted to it on stream, and he was like,
That
"Oh,
was
this
the
guy's a
hour-long
soy
video, yeah?
boy." Yeah, the big one on Turkey
Mhm.
Tom. He was like, "Okay, he like looked at my Instagram. He was like, this guy's a soy boy cuck." Just like the rest of them, he put me in his collage of soy boy cucks, and then he started tweeting that out.
A
and then-
collage of cucks.
Yeah,
He just has a folder full of cucks on his desktop, ready to go.
It's
It was
he
funny
has an
because
image
that
macro.
collage, he had like a Hassan in it and like Charlie, who I had never
Yeah,
thought they were
exactly.
like 2 fucking cuck looking guys. They were like pretty
yeah,
well
I feel
built
like
dudes.
they're like getting laid
Yeah.
dudes.
Yeah, but anyhow, he put me in there, and he in the stream he was like, I could invite all these dudes to debate me at the same time, and none of them would accept. Okay, I could have a me versus everyone debate. They could all come on and take their shots at me. And none of them would ever accept. So I messaged him on Instagram, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, I'll debate you." And then I tweeted at him. I was like, "Hey, I'll debate you. You challenge me, I'll fucking do it."
Mhm.
And then he said he would do it, I think. And then the next day he went on stream. He was like, "Hey guys, so you know, I see some people in chat talking about this Turkey Tom guy. To be honest, the reason I'm not going to debate him is because I found out that he's actually an America First racist, Nick Fuentes
What?
griper, and we would
What
agree
the
on
f-
everything."
Oh my God, Turkey! This is the first I'm hearing of this. You're
So
an
then I was-
America
I've always had
First
people
guy?
that have said that about Tom. Like I remember when we had you on our like podcast, they were like, "How can you have Turkey Tom? He's like an actual racist." I'm like, this is like what I hate about like internet brain shit because I'm like, I've talked to Tom. Like, yeah, Tom, he's not exactly the most like left-leaning guy in the world, but I would say you're far away from being like a fucking America.
No, and I'm not
First
gonna-
I'm not
gonna
leftist,
pretend
you
to
know what I
be-
mean?
I'm not going to pretend to be a
Yeah.
leftist. or
I'm not
anything
even
like that, but
leftist either. Like I'll tell people this. Like I
Yeah.
have a
Yeah,
left-leaning
this is not a
thought, but,
leftist
yeah.
podcast.
But I
Like-
don't. I've never outright gone out and talked about politics on any of my channels, so it's confusing how they come to that conclusion. But yeah, so he said that, and then I was like, okay, well, now you're coming up with this excuse to not debate me. So I messaged him. I was like, dude, I still want to debate you. Like you literally said I would never do it, and then once I said I would do it, you like backed out of it. What's the deal
like a
here?
pussy.
Yeah, and then he was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. We'll do it on this Friday. And I was like, okay, whatever, we'll do it this Friday. Or maybe it was Thursday. But so I announced to
Mhm.
everyone, I was like, okay, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And then I messaged him like an hour before and I'm like, is it time? And he's like, no, I'm debating Destiny today. And I was like, okay. And then he ended up not debating Destiny that day. It didn't even happen. So I don't really know.
See, you should have called me, Tom. You should have said, listen, Charles, this guy backed out. And I said, I've got a perfect solution for you. We cut a hole in Sneeko's mouth, and I come on the stream, and I just spout the worst, stupidest things through his mouth. Hi, I'm Sneeko, and I like to suck dicks.
Well,
No.
the thing is, you say that as if that's totally like emasculating to him, but he has actually done a lot of emasculating things, and this is I'll just explain it here because I can't explain it on his stream. My biggest issue with the red pill guys is not what they believe in. I don't really care. Actually, I think probably some of the stuff they preach about like religious values and being pro freedom of speech. I mean, that's kind of cool.
We believe in God.
Exactly. But my main issue with it is just that none of them are consistent on it. I mean, like we brought this up earlier, Muda. Fresh and Fit are two people who are, they claim to be ardently pro freedom of speech, but then when people are mean to them on YouTube, they illegally,
illegally DMCA them.
copyright takedown.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I hate guys doing that. You can't talk the talk and then not walk the walk.
Even if it is Mr. Girl, like you can't just go around fucking flagging people.
And this is the thing, and we can go down the line of all of these like red pill creators, but they're all a major hypocrite in one facet or another of their lives, and it just totally devalues their message to me. And that's what I wanted to go on and talk to Sneeko about, but I guess he doesn't really have anything to gain from hearing that, so why even?
He's too busy getting cucked.
I think that
like
he
the new thing on
he
the
knows
street.
that he can like get fucking bodied in a debate, and that's why there's no point in getting into it.
Weren't you on a Destiny stream with him once?
I was on a Destiny stream with Nick Fuentes, actually. Oh, are you talking to Muda? Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I was on, and he
was.
came up to me. He's like, I called him retarded in a podcast, and I'm like, bro, I probably did, but I just don't remember it
That's
immediately.
Right. He was like stuck on it. Like
He was like stuck
you-
on it, and I'm like, bro, I do a million things every day. Like, if you think I'm gonna remember calling you retarded, like, okay, fine, give me like a minute to
there's-
read something. Like,
One-
what the
that
fuck?
one-
There's a lot of
thing.
guys you call that. A lot of guys. Because there's a lot of guys who are.
Yeah. Like I'm like,
A lot of
listen,
them.
if like Andrew Tate like hit me on it, he's like, why'd you call me a retard? I'm like, oh, I know more about Andrew. Like I keep him more in my like, fucking
do
side
your
view.
impression, Charles. Do your impression.
Bottle of water.
No, do your you could do like.
Yeah, he's not driving a
called me a
Bugatti. He doesn't know
retard, do
anything
it.
about it.
He's so good.
Bugatti.
No,
If you want a Bugatti, you have to drink water.
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 You called me a retard.
They have
So
like
are
the
the one
most
who called me
obnoxious
a-
accent I've ever
you
heard in
called
my
me a
life.
cook?
It sucks.
You
It's
called
not
me a
even a
cook.
real accent.
I am not a cook.
He's
You think
I
it's
am not
fake?
into cookery.
rotten.
I think
He's
it's
rotten.
a fake overdone
It's
accent.
fake.
Like it's so
You're
weird.
saying that I am a fake. I am not
Yeah.
fake. This is a Bugatti. I did not rent this Bugatti.
No, you're
I
fucking
do
up.
not
You're saying that
enjoy
you're pronouncing the
cookery.
T. You can't pronounce the T, bro.
I'll pronounce anything however I want to. I am as inconsistent as the real.
Turning into
And
like
the
Elmer
date.
Fudd there.
Yeah.
Ubbity.
You did it better last podcast, Charles. The fuck.
Oh, I was a little
What the
drowsy your last podcast.
What's up
I
with
gotta
him?
have
He's
there's
got
a certain amount of
detained for-
drowsiness that I have to have.
He's got
To really
detained
get it
for like
right.
30 more days. So what's up with that? Like fucking.
I think they're
time.
They're holding him because I think he's a flight risk because he's openly said on podcasts that he will flee the country and has like 12 passports and he'll fake being anyone to leave the country. He seemed to think he was invincible, but yeah, I think they're holding him so they can go through whatever evidence they have and see if they can get him to a
He's
real
buddies
trial.
with a bunch of like Saudi Abu Dhabi kind of dudes, right? What's the
He
Dubai,
claims a lot. I don't
That's
know
the
how
place,
real
right?
all of that is, but
That's
whatever
like
the case is, he's
Islam,
locked up in
bro.
Romania right now. They can't help him.
Somebody's got to rent all those Bugattis.
Well, I thought that's what they found out what the Bugattis were really for. They were actually just like ones that it was under like a different holdings and they rented them out or some shit that they
See, I'd heard it was at an
his.
airport.
It's
that all those
possible.
All
they're
I
renting
know
them
is
out.
they got like seized and that's it. So
Yeah.
if they're saying
The
they seized it
Bugatti.
from him, he actually owned those Bugattis, from what I understand.
They're Bugattis now.
Yeah.
My color Bugatti is like officially the same color as his. Non-existent.
Yeah.
Let's fucking
Nice.
go. I don't know. So it's like maybe he'll be like the next cuck because the cuck thing is like super hot on the street. You got Sneeko.
No, but he's
you
like a
got,
Muslim.
Gross
You can't be a
Gore.
cuck though. You can't be a
Is
cuck
he
and Muslim.
okay? I
Oh,
know
that's against Muslim law.
I know that you can't question it because he said it.
No, I question it. I don't give a fuck if I go to hell for
Okay,
that.
I
I
was about
question
to
it.
say,
I don't give a
you're
fuck.
not allowed to question.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care if
can
I go to hell
question
for
it.
that. Like
I'll
question that
question
shit.
it.
Yeah.
I feel like so it's weird with like young Muslim guys who are like, oh man, he's one of us now. I'm like, so you're just gonna like openly accept this like casino like pimp into like these are not Islamic like it's like what Tom said. It's like like they don't have any like basis in their like teachings. Like they want to be like religious, like free speech kind of guys, and then like when it comes to their like religion, they're so selective on it. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not the best fucking practicing person in the world. Let me just straight up say that. But I'm not like also grifting off of the fucking community by being one of these
No,
like.
and that's the thing. And
Islamic
they make a
channels.
career off of being
Yeah.
consistent and having values and not being
like
hypocrites.
that's the brand that they're trying to sell is look at me.
Yeah.
I'm a Muslim. I am an important person. I'm a Muslim now. And it's like, dude, no, you're not doing any of the Muslim stuff. Like the guys in the Wu-Tang Clan are better Muslims.
But the thing is, I think they know that. I think that for Andrew Tate, I think Sneeko kind of half believes it, but for Andrew Tate, I think he's a completely like fraudulent con artist, and he knows it. Yeah. It's like his whole career has been scamming people.
I don't even know if he was really a kickboxer.
I think he probably was, but I
don't know.
The most ironic thing, you guys probably have heard of his camming career, is that he created the problem he's now promising to solve. I mean, he created the problem of lonely men in the first place by getting all these simps to pay him tens of thousands of dollars over the course of each month, and now he's trying to teach these same men how to be rich and stuff like that, and how to be high value men. And it's
really dirty.
Yeah,
the whole business was dirty. Like my man Crab Crawler on Twitter, he had clips of...
Yeah, I talked to that guy,
yeah, he's a good dude. I like the Crab Man. He had clips of Tater explaining like how he would work dudes. He's like, we would get the guy and we would have him, and I would just be me and my brother, and we would talk to this guy all day and just soak all their money, and while the girl is sitting there in front of the camera. And it was a complete work, and it's like, oh man, that feels dirty.
No, of course. But the thing is, they don't have any moral reservations about any of that. They see the world as like full of winners and losers, and to be a winner, you have to be a complete scumbag to the max. And to their credit, they are definitely doing that.
Oh, buddy, there's scumbags that think that they're scumbags.
I mean, like when it comes to like the hustling lifestyle, like these. I remember like the fucking, what was it, the Hustlers University had like the little affiliate marketing program. People were like, I think it was like if you had $5,000 in assets, you were like apparently rich or some bullshit, like you made crazy money. But like you tell these like hustling types, it's like, bro, you have $5,000 that you made in the course of a year, bro. You are like abjectly in poverty by doing that. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that's not a hustle. Yeah.
And then like you tell them, like I tell them, if you want to make money, like I'm working 24/7. It's not a glamorous lifestyle. It's like
just work a fucking job, pal. Don't.
At the same time, their skills are also like the stuff they promote about being a high value man is like super low value stuff, like drop shipping and like the worst, like Amazon affiliate marketing, like the worst cancer you can possibly imagine. Like you're not building any skill, you're just getting rich for the sake of it.
Exactly.
Like if anybody wants to be a high value male, learn how to be of value to people. Be somebody that people come to when they have a problem.
Like when these guys preach alpha shit, I always laugh at it because I'm like, how is this like alpha? Like fucking I go hunting and all this like, I guess, typical alpha male shit. And like, it's never like, I'm never preaching it. It's like, oh wow, this is like, this makes me such a man. I'm like, I thought guys just did this. Like,
no, it's not something. It's not something you have to talk about.
It's just Tuesday. It's like, like you go hunting and fishing and do all this stuff. And it's like, it's not
for them. I mean, it's how they make all their money, right?
Yeah, to them, it's like a masculine.
It's a grift you got to run.
Yeah.
It's like the right-wing, like, grifty YouTube side of thing where it's like fucking anytime, like, you have a video game character that's, like, gay or black or whatever.
It's whoa!
Yeah, exactly. It's like that kind of shit I cannot do.
And the stuff about being, like, conservative and right-wing, too, like, however you feel about conservatism, whether you think it's right or wrong, there are people who genuinely believe it, and it's a big part of their lives. But for these guys... They just use it as a they use it as a means to get to the top, like with Fresh and Fit, like we said, like they talk about freedom of speech, which right now is ostensibly a right wing position because a lot of right wingers have been deplatformed, but then they deplatform people who shit talk them, like they don't believe in fucking anything. It sucks.
Yeah. I'm a freedom of speech guy. I'm also like hey, you're gonna get consequences with your speech too. So as long as you say whatever you want, just be willing to accept that some people in the private sphere don't want to work with you. Like it's so weird how those lines get blurred, right? Like people are like, how can like this private platform remove me? And I'm like, in a way, I kind of am like, I hate to say centrist in the middle of it, but like, obviously there's no bigger platform than like Twitter or like, YouTube or a lot of these platforms are, what is it? Like they're entrenched, like there's no competition to them. So in a way, like you can only hope that the TOS is established fairly and it's used fairly on everyone. Because sometimes it does feel like people get banned way quicker, like based on their like political positions for sure, 100%. It's just something that I hate to see. Like I remember when Andrew Tate got banned, I got like shit for it because I was like, I don't really agree with this ban because I think it just sends the wrong message to people that like follow him.
Yeah, you got a lot of shit for that. You got shit for I think you tweeted about Kiwi Farms too, and you got people on
I didn't even ass. Like there's fucking losers. I think I defended it, and I'm just like, I don't think like the idea is like I stand by the principle that like if there's people out there doing bad things, and I think like DDoSing and cyber attacking is bad, like if you're like doing it for nefarious reasons, you can't stoop down to that level, you know? Like, 'cause if you stoop down to that level, it's like, what moral high ground can you claim to have? And like at the end of the day,
well,
like
it's not
I know
only
how the
that for
internet
me.
works,
It's just like Kiwi Farms, like a lot of the shit that happens there does suck, right?
Mhm.
But it's not illegal. And so for that, I feel like I have an obligation to defend its right to exist above all else, you know, even if I don't like it. And that's the principle of freedom of speech, right? It's like, well, even if this guy or organization or website sucks, like,
well, I'm sure Kiwi Farms, like their posters shit talk all of us, like every single one. Like I've been shit talked on there, you've been shit talked on there, everyone has been. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like fucking, I think going again, like this vigilante justice of like enacting cyber warfare on them. And like at the end of the day, what did it do? Like it just made them more emboldened, right?
No.
Like
And the site is still up as well.
The site's still up and it's got more protections than before from what I've checked.
Are they still running like on a Russian?
I don't know. The only thing that came out of it
they're on some other DDoS service now, I believe.
Yeah.
It's not Russian. US based, I believe. But yeah, there's a bunch of shit going on there. But yeah, the scariest thing for me with the freedom of speech is not just banning people getting banned from Twitter, because that's happened before, and it's like I can disagree with it all I want, but at the end of the day, like legally, I don't know if there's any recourse with that. But the scariest thing to me is payment processors banning people, like Chase or MasterCard will ban you.
Because they do effectively get the final say in everything.
Mm-hmm, yeah, exactly. And that will ruin your fucking life if they do that. Like, if you can't use money, like how do you even function?
You're done.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Like even if you get cryptocurrency, how do you convert that to actual money?
Oh, geez.
You know, like what the fuck?
Yeah. Good luck buying your fucking Lambo with Bitcoin.
How's all that shit doing?
What, the crypto stuff? Fucking.
I think Bitcoin's going up.
Is Bitcoin going up?
Yeah, I mean, it's going up. It can only go up from the fucking bottom of that.
The ground.
Yeah, once it goes so low, Jen, then it just pops right back up.
I think it's all a joke, to be honest. Like, fucking everyone that's like, because it's such a highly speculative asset, and like, you don't really have any utility at the moment. Like, I always say, like, until you can buy like a vehicle or like a house or tangible assets with cryptocurrency, then I'll invest more into it. But until then, like, it just doesn't do anything too differently, you know? Like that prospect of like, hey, this is an anonymous currency, that's also down the drain too because of all the regulations kicked about it.
Yeah. I mean, my understanding is that the point of Bitcoin was just to be untraceable, right? And that was kind of the pitch for it. It's like, okay, well, it's untraceable currency, so it's valuable for that reason. But I think the problem is that a bunch of people saw Bitcoin and other cryptos as like get rich quick, and that kind of just created this huge bubble that burst during the pandemic. It
always felt like gambling to me.
Even if it's untraceable,
yeah.
Even if it's untraceable, the idea, like I remember I was talking to like these NFT like retards about it. And they were always, you can buy a house and it can be on the blockchain as an NFT, like the deed. And I'm like, so how is it untraceable anonymous currency if I transact like $100,000 of Bitcoin as a down payment and you give me this NFT house deed that's on the blockchain? So now people can know that this account sent money for this house that they know I live at. So who the fuck is paying the money, you know? Like,
yeah,
it's a weird like world you get into.
What the fuck with NFTs now? I don't hear anything about NFTs. I don't hear shit about them anymore.
I think people are kind of NFT'd out.
Yeah. Don't hear anything about
it. I think NFTs are kind of done. I think everybody
couldn't
hates
get
NFTs.
away from it from like a year ago. Couldn't get the fuck away from it.
The last thing I heard about NFTs was the Nerd Project when he had like the dead avatars. I don't even know what happened with that project.
I think it didn't really take off like he was hoping it would. It didn't really go much of anywhere.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they lost value rather than gaining value. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it took too long.
I think
he just didn't post for a year.
Yeah, anybody that's putting that much money into that kind of shit, like it's just, I feel like it's people that just have like really like an excess amount of cash to burn, and the other side is like people that just follow these individuals and like burn whatever life savings they have. And like I feel bad about it, sure, but then I'm like, you're also kind of an idiot for putting this kind of money in the first place. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe don't trust every influencer on every deal.
I mean, if you're trusting Logan Paul, like, trust me, like, you're kind of a fucking dipshit already if you trust him for any.
Trust you. I trust you when you say not to trust him.
Yeah, don't trust him. He's a fucking actual.
He's on his second redemption arc now.
I really just hate Logan Paul, like with every fiber of my being. That guy's an actual.
I'm telling you right now, Muda. When he was at WrestleMania, I felt like he outshined a lot of the wrestlers. I was like, oh, this guy knows how to put on a show here. And it was sad. I was like, what's going on with wrestling? That this butthole is coming in and just cleaning up and just completely...
I don't know. like even after the Suicide Forest, even long after that, when everybody was like, "Oh, Logan's changed. Like he's a good guy now. Like he's got a podcast and he like." But where did you get that he was a good guy? Like, where did
Like
this come
he just
from?
hadn't publicly fucked up for a while, and he was. I mean, he is
Yeah.
kind of likable when you listen to his podcast. He's kind of interesting and funny, you know. So that's part of it.
He doesn't. Everybody's like, he's so smart. Let me tell you something about social media influencers. Nobody's that smart. Okay. Like, I'm just going to tell you, there are smart people, but some of the people that you think are like just business geniuses, most of the time, they're not what you think that they are. They just got lucky. Some people got really, really lucky. And I think Logan Paul is one of them. I don't think that he is like a business mastermind at all. That's not something that's not a thing. And that goes for a lot of other influencers that you think are just business geniuses. They fell ass first into some success, and they throw anything to the wall and they see what it sticks. And that's not being a mastermind. That's just being lucky. That's being at the right place at the right time. And that's Logan Paul. Totally. So like nobody's what you think that they are.
Yeah, I'm actually a leprechaun.
Oh, I know. You're very small.
I'm just a little guy.
How tall are you, Charles?
You'll never get me
How
gold,
tall
Jenna.
are you? How tall are you?
Oh, I'm over 17 inches
Come
tall.
the fuck on. How tall are you?
I'm a bit of a little one. You can fit me in your wee pocket.
God damn it. Tell me how
So Tom, what's next for your Sneeko beef?
Well, I guess for now it's probably over. I haven't been really keeping up with his stuff on Rumble for a few weeks now, but you know, if
Do
he
you think those numbers
ends
on
up-
Rumble are legit, or do you think they're botted?
I've heard a lot of people say they're botted. I have no definitive reason to think that they're
Right.
botted. It's possible. I've heard of other alt tech sites potentially botting viewers, but I don't know. Do you think they're botted?
I mean, again, like you, I have no definitive proof, so I'm not going to say yes or no. I just think they're substantially higher compared to the other alt tech websites, but that could just be due to the fact that that's the de facto place most people who are banned go to. But do you think
I will say Rumble has a lot of big stars, so it's possible it's real, right?
Do you think it's going to be the next like takeover? Like, you think it's going to like I remember I was talking to Keem about it, and he's like, it's going to like just fucking dominate. And
It's not.
Yeah,
I think
no.
these few guys are gonna exist there, and maybe Rumble will be okay for a few years, but at this point, YouTube is just too fucking big to fail, especially once they wrap their big Susan-esque hands around TikTok's neck and crush it with the YouTube Shorts. I think YouTube is going to be the platform. Rumble, I mean, it'll have its viewers if Sneeko and Andrew Tate stay there, but no, it's a total cope to say that Rumble is taking over. It's not happening. No
I think with
fucking
the
way.
YouTube, it's like even the banning of like TikTok on government and like university tier levels, it's like it's not good for that organization. Period. At the moment.
And even if that didn't happen, I just think that once I heard Mr. Beast talk about this, and I've heard some other YouTubers talk about this, I think once YouTube, because right now the Shorts algorithm is pretty bad.
Yeah.
And right now the layout, the interface is pretty bad. But if they fix it, and I'm honestly confident they will eventually, because they have, you know, some talented people working at YouTube.
They got the money.
Once they fix it, I think that people already hate going to multiple apps for anything. Like once again, it's difficult for someone to go from YouTube to Rumble. And that's why Sneeko has 1/10, 1/15 of the audience he has on Rumble that he used to have on YouTube. Because 1 in 15 people are actually willing to make an account on a new website, even to watch someone.
How many people
like
does he
Sneeko.
get live streaming on Rumble?
Sometimes he'll get like 10,000.
So like I just looked up like the numbers for his videos, dude. It's like in the thousands. I don't believe those numbers could be real.
You think the live numbers are fake?
I think they are after looking at some of the viewers that he's been getting on Rumble. I'm not saying Sneeko isn't popular. He's a very popular creator for sure. I'd say Sneeko's like he's definitely more popular than me based on these numbers like that he used to have and the people that are talking about him. But like the numbers that I'm seeing on like Rumble, because it's like his engagement is like 209 likes or whatever the fucking Rumble. Like it's 2,000 views per video here. And then you're telling me,
I mean, maybe his audience just they're just the live stream viewers, because it used to be on YouTube that he would get a lot of normies and like new viewers to watch him through the videos, and then they'd get into the live streams and become like loyal followers. So it could be that.
Even if you look into like things like Destiny, for instance, and Destiny's on a mainstream platform for YouTube, he'll get like 6,000 viewers on a stream, like 7,000 viewers, but like he'll fucking knock it out of the park sometimes with videos where it's like 200, 250,000 like views on a video. So it's like, I'm kind of seeing like a weird inverse here. Like I've done this so much to know that like live stream viewership, like can kind of, it's reflective of your overall viewership. You know, like if I have a
Right.
bad YouTube month, like my YouTube live viewers, and I'm not a consistent live streamer, but my live viewers will be like, you know, a couple thousand less than they would be. But on a good month, if I stream now, it would be like 9, 10, 11,000 live viewers. So it's weird how these algorithms, I don't believe that like the numbers match
on, like,
that
an
much.
alternative site that's not so. And
You
you
could
have
be
to,
right.
and you have to like, is Rumble? Does it run that smooth?
I've
It's
heard
all right.
Rumble runs
Does
smooth,
it?
yeah.
Does it run okay?
Yeah.
And because I just feel like, going over to an alternative
Mhm.
platform, that many people to show up to a live
These-
stream, even if it is him, it's
Yeah.
quite a bit. I could
These
see him
sites that
pulling up those
exist, yeah.
numbers on YouTube, but
These
not
sites that
Rumble.
exist that give you all these like video sharing platforms, the problem with Rumble is I don't think it only can last for a few years, because YouTube literally only runs because they are subsidized by Google, right? Like at the end of the day, like Google doesn't give a shit if YouTube makes money for them or not, because they use all that information for AI gathering anyways. So they could give a fuck if YouTube was profitable. It's just a great AI farm for them. But Rumble, it's like who owns Rumble? Who's subsidizing them? That's a key concern, right? Like
My dad, he owns it.
like you can't tell me Twitch is a fucking serviceable like platform. Like Twitch is not it's not a moneymaker. Yet Amazon keeps it around because it probably services the same for them in their endeavors versus Google, right? Like I don't know.
I just kind of.
I wonder how long Twitch stays in business.
Oh, it'll be indefinite because they're owned by Amazon. Like they're not going to let that go under.
I wonder, would they sell? Would they?
No,
'Cause it
because
feels like
Amazon's in
Twitch
the
is-
Amazon's in the machine learning business, so they're in the cloud and machine learning business, so they don't give a fuck. Like
They'll
they
keep
might.
it'll be around, but as far as how many people, like how is it's gonna grow as far as like creators, it's not gonna be like it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You know, like it's not gonna be pumping out these new, we're not gonna get another like Pokemon and shit like that. I don't think.
You mean
I think
can't
it's-
be the next Pokemon?
It's all gonna be garbage. It's all gonna be garbage shit. I don't think it's not gonna be the Titan of people coming up. I already think it kind of already isn't in a way. You're not gonna see.
I mean, until
new pop out
YouTube
of there.
fixes its live, because that's the one reason I don't stream on YouTube is because like their fucking interface sucks so much dog shit. Not just for shorts, but live, especially. Like Tom knows this, but like live streaming on YouTube is like they just don't like. It would be so fucking cool if you could go to YouTube.com and like just click a live tab on there and like boom, you're over there. It doesn't interfere with your main videos. Like I would make a video every day and then like stream every day if I could. But like YouTube is such a fucking crapshoot for that. Because they don't have the interface yet for the live. Like unless you're like, I remember Ludwig posted, he's like, hey, these are like the top 15 streamers. I'm like, damn, if I streamed for a fucking year on YouTube straight, I would be like in the top 5. And that's not good because I'm not like a live streamer. So it's like, it's just weird to see like the YouTube interface at the moment and how it like recommends and like pushes streams out. Because like when you're streaming, like unless you're big, unless you've already got a following, then you can show up in people's sidebars. And that is if the YouTube algorithm wants to push you in the first place. So
But
it's
I
so
think
weird.
that it has seemed to have come a long way since they've had where you can go live, since they've had the streaming. It has come a long way since it started. So I think like if they just keep going with it and they keep focusing on it, like it's not going to kill out Twitch. Twitch is still going to be around, but as far as people being on Twitch, that's the go-to, it's not going to anymore.
I honestly think it's possible. I think Twitch will remain for people like Pokemon who like the special treatment that Twitch gives them because they're
the people that are already big on there, but new
Yeah.
people coming out, I don't see happening.
No. I think they're going to go to YouTube, and why wouldn't they? I mean, YouTube has a lot of great perks to being on it. And I think like I said, I don't think TikTok is going to go away right now. It's too big for that, but I think that YouTube will slowly eat away at it. And people will just use it more and more, especially with their they have a new revenue sharing system for YouTube Shorts where you can make money in tandem with music artists, which I don't think TikTok has at all. I know people who have decent sized TikToks. Like I know someone who was getting like a decent like he's a relatively well known name. He was getting decent views on TikTok, but the money he makes is like $200 a month, maybe.
They're not making money
From being like super viral, like millions.
And I
of
didn't
views.
even know who any of these. And it's appealing to like a lot of the tweens because when we were walking by a panel at VidCon, like people are going ape shit, and there's like these people on the stage, and we're sitting there. We felt really old because we're all just sitting there, like standing there in the back, like looking at each other and looking at the people, going, "Who the fuck are these people?" Like, we were back there going, I have what people are really excited, but like, who are they? And then we didn't know, and then it was like, oh, they're TikTok. I don't feel so bad. Even if they were YouTube people, I may not know who they are because if you look at a lot of the featured creators, I don't know who the fuck they are either.
Yeah, I actually don't have TikTok downloaded. I've been putting it off for as long as possible. I will say there's probably a big
off my phone, bro. That stuff is weird.
I will say there's probably a big
TikTok.
market to react to cringe from TikTok that I want to get in on at some point, but I've just been avoiding it.
I post a few memes on TikTok here and there. I think probably I've had some hot ones on there, but it doesn't feel like people understand what memes are on there. Like they feel it just something doesn't feel right.
Well, not your brand because it's appealing. Like, there's 9-year-olds on TikTok, Charles. Like they don't get the memes. They don't understand that.
They don't understand Ren and Stimpy clips. They don't get it.
Of course, if that's what you're
9-year-olds
posting,
now,
it's not gonna fucking
9-year-olds
pop.
now don't understand. They're just like, what is this weird shit with this weird dog man? Like, why is a mosquito man crying?
If I'm gonna watch TikTok, then I'm gonna watch it on YouTube Shorts because I'm not trying to have different apps on my fucking phone. And Twitter's kind of trying to start, where you can kind of watch. You can try to
do the swiping
flick through
on
the
there.
video, but it's not the way that you swipe through it isn't that clean. So they haven't gotten that down yet where you can't just sit there and autistically like swipe. That's not down packed yet. So they'll probably start setting that up, but I probably saw that pop up like a month ago. It hasn't been there that long. At least I don't think. It might have been, but that's probably about a month ago is when I saw like Twitter have like but I don't even scroll through it. I'll just keep on. And that's the thing. Like a lot of people, they'll lose a lot of time like going through YouTube Shorts, and
just
I can imagine this.
ya.
And you just sit there like, oh, I've been watching this for like
a
45
zombie.
minutes. Yeah. Like I'm going to
Like,
go to
no,
sleep
actually,
now.
you've been here for 4 hours, honey.
It's like I'm going to go to sleep.
I just stay right off social media. I just like turn off my phone. At that point, I'm like, my phone literally it's like browsing the web, or like I use it like occasionally shitpost on Twitter, and then like
we didn't even know what was going on last weekend. There's always so some
much
shit.
nicer.
Every single time we completely disconnect for the weekend, there's always some crazy shit that goes down. Like literally every time we're just disconnected. We don't know what's going on. Something goes down. What went down last week? Something happened last week.
Justin Roiland? That happened.
There was
gas,
something
no
else.
brakes, guy?
Yeah, the gas, no
that
brakes,
happened.
dude.
No, that happened before.
Okay.
There was something else that happened too, and I can't remember what it was.
Turkey Tom come out as gay.
True. Going down on men.
Oh, that was a long time ago, Charles. What are you talking about? That was way before last weekend.
Since the beginning.
That's part of the chicken chat.
Yeah,
lore.
here's the problem with the internet, Jenna. Who can remember last weekend? I don't remember yesterday.
There are
So
some
much has
people
happened between today and yesterday.
There are some people that are really good internet historians. They can tell you what year something happened. Tom is Tom is great at that, actually. Like Tom,
what year was the Oh Really Owl? What year was that?
The O?
Oh Really Owl. Oh Really?
I
I
don't know
don't
what that
think Tom
is.
was
You have to
alive
give-
for that.
you have to give him
Yeah.
like some kind of drama from like
I
I was born in
2010.
2002,
Drama.
so anything
Yeah, that
before
would have been
2012,
before
I
that.
probably don't know.
I don't know anything about drama. Like drama's the last thing I'm interested in. I hate drama.
Good for you.
Ugh.
Good for you, buddy.
Like it feels boring to me. I'm like, I don't
There-
want to
you
hear
know,
about
not-
other people's shit and
not
foot rubs
every
and all
drama.
this stuff.
Some drama is interesting, and some of it I could really just give a shit about. I think like the Salvo piss thing, I just thought was kind of
Yeah,
funny.
that's funny.
It was just kind of funny.
I didn't like hearing that he was doxing people,
Yeah, like
but
I
fuck,
was.
that's
I
funny.
didn't
that he made
care.
people
I
drink
didn't
piss.
care about. I didn't care about the piss drinking and the poop statues.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't care
poop
about that.
statues.
I didn't like that he was doxing people. That was bad. But other than that, I thought the other shit was like hilarious
Muda.
because
Hey,
I like the
Would
shit
you make
with-
a poo poo statue for me?
No, God, no. No.
I just know that.
I like the shit with like Tom and Flamenco and like those guys just like Nick and everyone just shitting on him in a call. So
Oh my god,
that was fucking.
Yeah, did you watch that?
I watched the
crazy.
whole thing. Like fucking.
Did you watch it live or did you watch it?
I
afterwards?
watched the pre-recorded because, dude, I cannot,
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how much I wanted to like block the guy in the face because it was so. It's like
Wait,
the most.
did he come
smug
back for
face.
seconds?
No, he was just. It
Yeah.
was like the smug tone of him. Like he's like, "Yeah, buddy."
How long ago?
Yeah, buddy. I'm like,
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, really? That recent? Why does he keep coming back?
Because he just loves getting fucking bullied. That's why.
Yeah, he has like a
must be
humiliation
he
fetish
has
or
a
something.
god
There's something really wrong with him.
I think Louis
Yeah.
C.K. said that he had that. That was part of his thing, was the humiliation of what he was up to.
Like 16
At least he's
viewers
funny.
or some shit.
Yeah, flamenco is just like it's so weird with these people and like their lolly fixations. Like, I'm gonna get
Oh,
shit
gosh.
on it,
A
but
little
like I think the
odd.
lolly stuff is really fucking gross. And people are like, but they're not real. And I'm like, it doesn't. Like, forget the fact. Yeah, they're not real, dipshit. I knew this retard. Okay, trust me, it's not
Isn't
fucking
it with,
news
like-
to me.
isn't
I'm just
there,
saying
like,
it's
another
weird
name
that you're
for
into
it?
that shit. All right,
Isn't there
fuck.
like another name? It's not lolly, but it's
Shota or whatever the
Shota.
just something
Shota
lolly.
is for a young boy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he was in.
Like they're
What if-
thousands
Wait,
years
wait, wait,
old.
wait,
I'm
wait,
like,
wait, wait a minute. This guy was in the Young Boys?
No,
He
He was
like,
in.
animated.
He likes this
Animated.
hentai, which is about, I believe, a young boy who is like having sex with a bunch of older women, and
Holy shit.
I believe that's. In fairness, you know, in my defense, and maybe from Lanko's defense as well, I haven't read it. I've heard some people tell me that it's not that bad, and I've heard some people say it's like the most disgusting fucking lolly shota shit ever. So I don't really know.
It depends
I
on
mean,
who
that's
you
Japan.
ask.
There's episodes of Neon Genesis Evangelion that are just like the gal just bends and puts her ass in the camera. Like people are
What?
disgusted by that.
Whatever happened with the last thing that I had heard with Flamenco was that he was in some Steam group and they were supposedly a bunch of pedophiles or something. And then
I don't think that was real. I think,
Okay.
I mean, he was in a Steam group. Someone added him to a long time ago, and there were some creeps in there, but he was never active in it, so you can't really blame him for that. Yeah.
Okay, that's why I was like, I don't know what I heard. I don't know much about him.
Yeah.
Other
I mean, the thing about it
than-
is, like, you don't have to know any of that. You don't have
Is
to
he
accuse
the
him of being
egg
a
guy?
degenerate.
I thought
No.
the A logging on Xander Hall was really weird, like the hardcore A logging that he was doing. Like he was
Yeah.
just like absolutely obsessed with him. I thought that was a little fucking weird.
I mean, the thing about Flamenco is you don't have to call him a sexual degenerate or sex pest or anything like that to criticize him. You really just have to go above, on the other stuff, like Xander Hall, like wanting to get him evicted by sending his like mom a letter or something from his apartment.
Yeah, he did.
You know, there was that. There's the crazy messages with Vosh. There's his like insanity towards Keffels, and Keffels
Wait,
is
wait.
not someone I love to defend.
Crazy
Right,
messages
but he
with
did.
Bosch. What?
Yeah.
So Flamenco, he really hates Vosh. And so Vosh one time opened up his DMs with Flamenco, showing that Flamenco would message him pretty much every day for like 100 days without fail with zero response, where he would just like message
God, that's
Vosh like
funny. Why
thing
would he
after
do
thing
that?
after thing after thing. And when asked about it, he was like, I was just trolling. And it's like, okay, but the troll, like it's not much of a troll if you don't get any response. Like at that point, you're just like insanely like harassing this person for no
Yeah.
reason.
He did.
And once again, I don't want to defend Vosh, but it's like
Right.
there's no good reason to message someone every day. And it's less about like Vosh being a victim, and it's more about Flamenco looking like a crazy person for doing
I
that.
wanna
You know what I
message
mean?
Because he
Tom every
did
day
like
now.
Flamenco literally had like any personal piece of information that he could get on Xander Hall, he was getting. And I don't like Xander Hall. Like I'll just say it. I think he's dumb as shit. But
I don't even know who he is.
he's political, but he's I don't know, bad taste.
I already don't like him if he's political.
But
If
he,
there's one thing I hate above drama, it's politics.
But
Oh,
he
God, I
was
hate
like he was
politics.
obsessed. He was obsessed with Xander Hall. And the thing about it is like Xander Hall's like what, like 22 and Flamenco's like 36 years old. Like why are you obsessed with
In fairness,
somebody?
he's not 36. He's like 33, but yeah.
Oh,
close,
is he? I
close.
keep-
that makes
Just to get the
that makes
age
a fucking-
exact.
But
that
didn't
makes
he
a
tell
big
everybody he was like
difference.
he told everybody he was like 24 though or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he also lied about having a girlfriend. So that's pretty funny.
What?
Did he ever say he was a
Aw.
leprechaun?
Oh, that's so sad.
He hasn't said that. No, basically he was. You guys know Aiden Projects, I assume. You know who
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Aiden had an server SMP that Flamenco was playing on, and Flam was on it, and he was talking about his girlfriend, and supposedly she was there with him. And Aiden was like, just bring her on. Like, just prove that she exists. Don't show me a picture of her. And Flamingo's like, oh, she's going to get doxxed. And Aiden's like, I'll give you $500 if she can just like say hi into the mic. Like, you're not going to dox someone because they say hi.
Yeah.
Unless it's like Barbara Streisand and they're already super famous, which I doubt he was dating Barbara Streisand. And it just couldn't happen.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let it happen. I think he just
Lies.
faked having a girlfriend. Yeah.
That's such
What if it was Taylor Swift?
She goes to a different internet. She doesn't go here.
Exactly.
Okay?
She's on the
So,
Canadian internet.
So I don't get it. So like he's 33, like he does fucking VTuber. What is his like? What is his thing? Like why does he orbit around? Like what is he? What is his like?
He's just like a
background?
sad person. He likes to get validation. Well, he's a former kill stream co-host. So the reason he got any notoriety in the first place was because he dick sucked Ethan Ralph for a few years, and then Ralph got shit on for stuff that Flamenco already knew was the case. So Flamenco decided to drop him. And then he's had his own show where he shit on Ralph and he got some notoriety, kind of right time, right place. And I think he convinced himself that he was actually like entertaining for some reason. And then he ended up acting like a fucking psycho.
It's
on
like his
streams, and he
smug
got
voice is
completely
just
blown out.
it hurts me so much because every time I listen to him like smugly talk, I'm like, dude, you were the fucking actual fucking like just retarded.
Well, the reason he does that voice is because he wants to be like Mr. Medicare, but he's not nearly as intelligent as Mr.
Right,
Medicare, so he ends up looking retarded. Yeah.
Like, I think the one time like I don't know, it was like during that tipster shit, like on RFC, like he kept talking, and I'm just like, who the fuck is asking you to talk? Shut the fuck up! Like it was really obnoxious. Like because he kept on like, I need to ask you a question, like the way, just question real quick, like
You do a good impression.
it was awful, and I was just like, I just ignored him. Honestly, I didn't even say anything to him because it was just like, I'm not gonna fucking feed your ego because
Like,
he already had one.
Every time like I heard him like say a word, like it's so weird because he always like came across as this dude that was like kind of like right adjacent, and he was like a man's man. But I'm like, bro, you like look at Loli
God,
and
I saw a
Shotokan and all
picture.
that bullshit.
I
Like
fucking
what
saw
the fuck?
a picture of him.
Yeah.
Like he went to that. Didn't you meet him, Tom?
Yeah, I did. Yes.
Oh Jesus!
Like in real life?
He wasn't. Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
man.
He wasn't terrible in real life, and this was before any of the drama with him
How
came
tall
out.
was he?
It wasn't that short. He's like 5'9".
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, he was fine in real life. He wasn't that weird. He did talk about Ethan Ralph a lot, but I mean, I can't. I didn't have any negative
There's a lot to
interactions with him
talk
in person. Yeah, but
Ralphomania.
it was like a few months after that. I think the Xander Hall thing happened where he would threaten to call his mom and shit, and then a few other things went down with that. And yeah, he kind of outed himself as kind of a. I don't even think he's stupid necessarily. I think he might have some kind of mental thing going on where he obsesses over people and is super vindictive.
Have a mental thing going on.
His is special. He gets really vindictive and obsessive over people he doesn't like, and like seethes about them constantly. His own Discord server actually at this point has tried to tard wrangle him. They have a sort of a account going on for days since hollering, like days since he's made a fool of himself online,
God.
in his own Discord, which is pretty funny.
In his own Discord.
Yeah.
Listen,
These are
if you wanna
his
think
supposed
here,
fans. You know,
Days
you are
since
the
our
hero
Lord and
in your
Savior
own
retarded
Discord.
out,
exactly.
Oh, buddy, that's a bad spot to be in.
I don't know. I think as far as like the whole political on both sides, I really just don't give a shit about. Like, I just really do not give a shit. Like, I don't care. Like, stop.
They're
like,
all NPCs to me. That's all I'm saying. They're all like bots and NPCs. Yeah.
Bots.
There's only one party, to be honest. Like, and the country was bought and paid for many years ago. Like, who cares?
On that note, I hate to cut this too
really.
short, but I do got to kind of get out of here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's been Turkey Tom. Where can we find you, Turkey?
YouTube.com/Salvo Pancakes. Check me out.
I thought he
dude.
had the H3 Teddy Fresh handle.
Oh.
Check it out. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you're making girls drink piss. You're into all sorts of stuff.
Exactly. Shout out Salvo Pancakes. Thank you guys for having me on. Muda,
Thank
Jen,
you.
Good chatting
Thanks,
with you.
Charles. It's been a pleasure. All right.
Love you, Tom. Be good, brother. I think that's it for us. Jenna, what are we plugging?
Nothing. We'll see you next
Real
time.
Weird Sickos podcast, youtube.com, Real Weird Sickos podcast.
You know, the one that you're on right now.
That's right. Find us, like, subscribe, share. You know, all the good stuff.
Yep.
Mood is Some Ordinary Games. Everybody likes him. All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.